This is weird. This feels strange, doesn't it? Hello, Snugglebugs, and welcome back to another Hearthstone video. And today we're actually going to not be doing Road to Legendary as we accomplished that for the month of February. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen our previous videos. What I'm going to do is I would like over the next several days to highlight a few of the decks that have come out of the Onyxia's Lair Raid Boss mini set that I find the most interesting. And to start, of course, because of my love for Priest, I feel like I'm going to be trying this Kazakusan Priest. Honestly, I have to admit, I watched Regis Kilbin play this deck, and I've watched a little bit of Keebler play different variations of this deck, and this is the build that I would like to go with. And so I guess to kind of give a brief idea, in case you don't know, Kazakusan is a card that when you play him, his battle cry is if you have if only dragons are in your deck, you get to craft a deck of custom treasures, and these are actually duels treasures. So if you're not overly familiar with duels, they are extremely powerful cards. I obviously won't cover them all, but as an example, one of the cards is Locust, which is a spell that summons, it's a twin spell, so you can actually use it twice, and it summons 7 or fills your board completely with 2/2 locusts that attack the target. So like you can target face, and so it gives you 2 of them. So effectively you can use it 4 times as like a finisher. So obviously they're not all quite that strong. Some are stronger in different ways by clearing the board. But the idea is to use things like your Horn of Rathian or your Insights to draw this as quick as possible, possibly discounted with the Insight, or your Draconic Studies, and keep yourself healed with the Gift of the Narus and the Renews, and keep the board empty with your Smites and things of that nature. And I guess the Lightmaw Nether Drakes, in order to get your Kazakusan down. And then as soon as you get it down, you craft your deck, and then just sort of try to beat your opponent with those treasures. So without further ado, let's hop into the first game. All right, so we hop into game number 1 with our Kazakusan Dragon Priest. That's just fun to say, Kazakusan. Ooh, we're going against another Priest. Now, I believe either this, not necessarily this deck, but this archetype has been pretty popular, so this could be a mirror match here, which means, I mean, we could trade this, but not necessary. Probably won't need that right away, and we'll Thrive. We'll keep the Thrive in the shadows to help us get the Horn of Rathian or the Insight in order to help us draw the Kazakusan faster. This might, I mean, we'll see. I could be wrong. But we can Draconic Studies. If I am right, this could be pretty big later. Okay, let's go with our Thrive in the shadows. We'll just take the other Thrive because there's no need. That, again, I'm just going under the assumption that they're probably a similar deck to what we are, which, after seeing that Thrive, I'm leaning into that still. Okay, well, I guess we'll just play ours, go back and forth. Still didn't draw it. Soul Mirror could be big in this matchup if that's the case. They potentially have, if they get their board out faster than we do. Alright, well, they get their palm reading. I actually have nothing to do on my turn, which is kind of unfortunate. I can trade the shard. That's something. Let's trade that away. I don't really feel like using this right now, so I'm not gonna. Let's just pass. This is a very passive game right now. Oh, never mind. They are like a miracle deck of some kind. This kind of hurts. Oh, bless. Should have kept my silence. Okay. Was not expecting that, not gonna lie. I think we need to draw silence. Wait, ooh, death. There we go. I was gonna take the apathy, put it down to 1 attack, but that seems kinda silly. Okay, well, they get some value off of that, but the most part didn't really accomplish a whole lot yet. I guess they could raise dead to bring it back. Palm reading. Never really been one, okay, to see a whole ton of I guess, use case for, ooh, that actually, okay, I was about to say a big use case for, like these Miracle Priest decks, but a 10/10 while keeping their hand full? Okay. I don't think the 2/2 rushes are going to matter, but let's do this anyway. I mean, I guess I got no reason not to. It's a shame this wasn't at 3 damage, or else I could have cleared the board again. But the thing is, with the current board they have, I won't be able to play Kazakusan next turn. Kind of hoping that they do a big board that I can Soul Mirror, maybe, or even Hysteria would be kind of nice. They're just gonna buff it more. I mean, it's still good enough. I can kill it, take it out with the Soul Mirror, which is good, and not anymore. However, the fact they're giving it Lifesteal means that my Soul Mirror will actually heal me back up, which is nice. And then I can actually... but anyway, we'll Soul Mirror it either way. Heal me back to full. This is not exactly the matchup I had anticipated that I'd run into now, after the mini set is out. Alright, Idol of Yashiraj. Maybe I should have saved the... Alright. Ooh, Gift Illuminance. That's not good. Devour. Alright. I guess here, do we just try to go for the Hysteria and hope that it hits this first? I guess the only problem is if it doesn't, then we might be in some trouble. So let's look for a Ruin. Actually works quite nicely, doesn't it? If we Holy Smite this Hysteria, that way if it doesn't hit this first, and then we save the Ruin for future boards. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's what I was scared was going to happen if I didn't do it the other way. So, alright, well, we're still kind of on the back foot. I do have Raid Boss Nixia now, if I need to. Oh, Fortitude, wow. Okay. I mean, it makes sense. They have a ton of extra value from their Sethic. At least I have my Ruin, which, annoyingly though, if I play Ruin, I still won't be able to play any of my other big dragons, but you have to survive in order for these to actually do anything anyway, so I actually need to think if this will do the trick. Because it has immune, it'll get me 12 damage worth of welt, so one can hit, so I can take out one. The question is, will that, like, will leaving one up? Oh. I think we just, Shard and Kazakusan here. Ooh. Oh, man. I think we're going to take Locusts. Just because we already technically have the Ruin. And weirdly enough, this might also counter their buff deck. Ooh, so we're going to take the healing. Oh my goodness. This looks fun, but I think we have too many big things. So we're going to take Clockwork Assistant and Necrotic Poison. I'm still kind of learning what ones of these actually are a good call, and we'll just do this to draw one now. Ooh, there's a 13/13 I can play out next turn. This is weird. This feels strange, doesn't it? And I don't know what they're gonna do exactly. Insight to get their Malygos would be my guess, or their Veil Weaver, or Drekthar. Veil Weaver. And I even just could play the Onyxia, honestly, to, like, start clearing the board. Yeah, yep. I mean, they're gonna run out of stuff eventually, right? By doing this. Which is okay by me. I have a Holy and a Shadow, so part of me kind of wants to get value out of this while I can, because I might not have a chance later, but this isn't super valuable. I think we're just going to play the Onyxia now. That feels actually quite good. Only thing is I have to use all the whelps to clear the board, so it's not like it's going to be immune. which I think maybe we're in a good spot now because like we'll be drawing really powerful things. We have a few powerful things in our hand. I mean, again, I could be wrong, but I feel like they're running out of like those really big plays. Yeah, they had nothing. Okay. In that case, let's just play our 13-13. Hit face and heal, I guess. Setting us up for a lethal next turn with our Alexstrasza. Luminance. Discount more stuff. Alec Mount. I mean, we can kill the big version with just the Vampiric Fangs. I mean, go ahead. Go ahead. Ooh, that kind of hurts a bit just because of the Alec Mount that's going to come out the other end. Oh, okay. I mean, okay. I guess they kind of had to do that, but sure. And then we'll just trade into one of these. Play our other Clockwork Assistant. Oh, there we go. That was weird, not what I was expecting, but honestly, only like really my first real time with Kazakusan, but so much fun, and I'm looking forward to playing him more. If you are too, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe, I guess, ring the little bell to be notified when I go live, and let's hop into another game. Alrighty, so let's hop into another game with our Kazakusan Dragon Priest against a Druid. Again, just because I feel like I always have to contemplate what we're going up against. I believe there's been a pretty popular ramp Kazakusan Druid that also plays raid boss Onyxia, some of which I've seen even play the like Ironbark to give it taunt, which, you know, it's definitely a good deck. The ramp Druid, or that deck, is not so much the one with Ironbark, but ramp Druid with those cards in it is definitely something I'm looking forward to trying out in the future, to be honest with you. So we'll have a video out about maybe with that either tomorrow or the day after, I guess, depending on what order they get uploaded in. I mean, I obviously do want to play this, but let's... Ooh, another Insight. That's actually really nice. It's a shame it didn't get corrupted, but that means next turn, in theory, we can actually play Horn of Rathian and 2 Corrupted Insights. And the only minions in my deck are Kazakusan, Alexstrasza, and I believe the 2 Lightmaw Nether Drakes. So I will guarantee draw, like, pretty much, I'll draw 3 of my 4 minions. And, I mean, I guess we do this first. Okay, I was going to say, kind of hope that one's not the Kazakusan, because I want to get it drawn at a reduced cost. There it is, 6 mana Kazakusan. Awesome. Okay, cool. So now we have some board clear stuff to go for next turn between the Lightmaw Nether Drake and our Void Shard, and then we can just play Kazakusan hopefully on a clean board on turn 6. We're going to just be going for game-winning treasures. Locusts, maybe the Wand, because I know this deck, they typically get really big boards, but my best guess or hope would likely be to get damaging ones. That being said, I don't really want to play these right now because it's going to do more damage to me than them. So let's trade the Shard. Play Draconic Studies. I am not probably going to want to discard a bunch of stuff, but it's probably better than these 2 options as a last-ditch effort. And let's just draw our Alexstrasza to have it not get destroyed. Cool. So we definitely have Kazakusan next turn, which is kind of nice. Ooh. Oh, they didn't even wait for that to get corrupted. Okay. Find that slightly interesting. Of course, if I had enough mana, that would make me really want to play this into my Kazakusan. Yeah, I guess I don't really have much I can do here. Let's just play it. Get it out there. Now see, Gnomish Army Knife would be really good, like, for instance, if they didn't kill it. But considering I'm only going to be able to play, like, 1 minion at a time, I'm going to go risky, and we're going to go for the Blade of QUEL'DELAR. Also, since they have big minions, we'll go with Krusty. I mentioned the wand. Part of me likes scale, but I'm going to go with wand just to be safe. There we go. Get it later anyway. Ooh, and we got the hilt. Ooh, that should, I believe, in the deck actually force them down. So I should have 8 cards in my deck? I do. That is fantastic. God, that takes a while. We might need more board clear. Cool. And we'll just end there. So, because, for those who don't know, because we took the Blade of QUEL'DELAR and the Hilt of QUEL'DELAR, they actually make a weapon called QUEL'DELAR, which is a 4/4 weapon that after I attack, it does 4 damage. It's like a 4 damage consecration. So it can do, like, it itself as a 4/4 weapon does 16 damage, and then the effect does 16 damage. So the risk is, of course, it takes 2 treasures and puts them together. So if you don't get them both, the separate ones aren't really that good. So that was risky, but since it was offered in my first pool, I thought it was worth a shot, and it paid off. Okay, well, at least we have our Lightmaw Nether Drakes here, or just QUEL'DELAR. As mentioned, we'll just show you if we attack with QUEL'DELAR, it now does a big 4 damage AoE. And now we have that 3 more times. I have to admit, as when they were announcing this stuff, Kazakusan, I don't know if it's just because a lot of people are playing slower decks currently, both in watching other people and obviously these few games myself. But he definitely sounded like he was going to be a meme card, something you tried to make work, and he actually seems to be the highlight, not only for kind of fun, which is good, but also like very strong for reasons like this. So I don't know if they're going to end up taking things like QUEL'DELAR out of the pool, or what they might do to potentially balance them later. It's only been a day, so you know, I guess we probably shouldn't get to talking too much about balance just yet. However, I will say that I'm quite happy that it appears that some slower decks are possible now. That was, you know, something that I was missing prior. So here, I mean, we have the 3 mana Void Shard. I guess it depends on what I draw. Yeah, I guess it'll just depend on what I draw, so I won't really plan it out. Worst case scenario, I hit face the 4 damage and then I just Void Shard. Yeah, because I obviously don't want to do that. So yeah, we'll just Void Shard this. And, I mean, just give me another Kazakusan. Ah, it did. Fantastic. I guess we'll just play this for the sake of getting something on the board. If either... Oh, good. I did play it in the right order. The animation got me. Because if either one of these survives now, I have lethal. Well, it depends, I guess, if they do end up playing something with taunt. But especially because I also have this as well, I suppose. Keep in mind, I have another full, like, QUEL'DELAR in my deck. Like, it generates 2 of each of those that I picked. So the fact that I have another one, like, yeah, they're going to gain some armor here, but I also have 8 burst damage with the Alexstrasza in my hand. Okay, that's means I'm going to unfortunately have to hit this with the QUEL'DELAR. See if I have lethal anyway. So this will do 8 damage to face, that's 10. This will make this double. So I think we just ruin Swiss Army knife into a lethal. There we go. Treasures for the win. Oh, I just realized I actually could have... No, I needed both of those hits, I think, to go face, right? I was going to say I could have hit once and then second time face, but I think I needed both of those. Well, there you go. This is just an initial highlight. I'll potentially come back to make more videos on this, depending on how well the video does and how you guys let me know in the comment section if you enjoyed this deck. I personally have always enjoyed Priest. Dragon Priest, when that was a thing years ago, was one of my favorites, so we could even try to edit it to actually put more dragons in it and not just sort of make it a control into Kazakusan as our win condition Priest. We'll see. But thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you guys in the next one.